Hey, what's going on guys? Here, and today I wanted to do a video review for the DeskCycle. So this is actually a pretty interesting unit that you can put underneath your desk to get some exercise in throughout the day. So what I'll do in this video is just kind of break down the setup of this, show you what it came with, and then show you some of the functionalities as well. So let's actually jump over. This is the box that it came in, so not too big. Everything was very easy and straightforward to set up. It actually comes with this large wrench here that you can use. You're going to need the larger side for tightening the pedals, and then the smaller side for tightening basically the front bracket piece here, as well as the back bracket. Took me probably no more than about 15 minutes to set it up. The instructions that came with this are actually very detailed. So it literally goes through, has photos of everything, very detailed instructions going through a lot of this, and they really thought of some things I think that could be potential issues. So one of the cool things about this is they included a tether piece that basically you'd wrap around the base of your chair through like the center beam there, and then that would go all the way to the front of this, and that will prevent you from rolling backwards in your chair. Now in my case, I actually have a carpet here, so it's a little bit harder for the casters to roll, but if you're maybe using like a pad under your desk, or you just have hardwood floor, this may be something that you're going to want to use with this. It does include a little interface here where you can see like stats, and a cool thing that they decided to do is include this little stand holder with an extension cable, so if you wanted, you could actually place this up on your desk and then have the stats show you know, basically right on your desk instead of looking all the way down at the little unit down on the bike itself. So kind of optional and kind of cool that they decided to include that. Otherwise, it was very easy to assemble. You have all the bolts that are included on the backs of each piece. I was able to undo them by hand, basically attach each piece, and then reuse the washers and the bolts and just tighten everything up with the actual screwdriver that it includes. Now, in terms of the bike itself, I'll show you some of the functionality here. First off, you have a tension control, so you can change this all the way from 1 all the way up to 8. It recommends a 3 if you're just doing like casual work at your desk. Maybe you're just, you know, typing up a document or answering some emails, whatever that may be. That probably be the recommended tension, and that way you're not, you know, trying to kill yourself doing work. I have a standing desk here, so obviously I do have the option to go up, but I have this lowered as low as it can go. In fact, I do have it plugged in right now, and I believe it's at a 29.5. So, you know, I'm about 5'10", and just to give you some idea of desk height here, you can see with my knees, I've got, you know, basically a hand's worth of room in between my knees here. So they do have some, you know, content in the guide that kind of suggests if your knees are actually hitting the top of the desk, how to remedy this. You've got some settings here in terms of the actual straps, and then I believe other than that, there's really no adjustments to move the whole unit up or down, but they give you ideas on how you're supposed to be pedaling and ways that you could be doing it wrong. Now, I did do a slight adjustment here. It's a little bit tough initially to get this loop through, but I think once you have this at a good setting, I've got my sneakers on, I can kind of slip my feet through, and you've got the panel up front, but I'll do a little demo of here how it would look, you know, sitting at the desk. And I found, you know, this isn't too bad. I've got it setting at setting 3. There's not a ton of resistance, but one of the things I noticed using this is that I'm finding myself almost forcing myself to sit up straight. I tend to be someone that slouches at the desk, and I just thought, you know, hey, this could be something to keep me a little bit more active versus, you know, necessarily even just standing doing nothing. I do have a standing treadmill, but that thing is a little more bulky. It's something where you really have to set the whole thing up. You have to wheel it in. It can be a little bit more stressful, whereas something like this, I could probably move it out of the way a lot faster, and thought it'd just be a nice little addition to the setup, especially now that I've got this carpet here. So overall, this works pretty well. I'll turn this on as well, and actually it just flipped on. This is battery powered, by the way, and it comes with the batteries. So it gives you an RPM, distance, time, and your calories. So I think it actually had it on the display there, but because I stopped, it turned off. So let's see if I can get my foot back in the pedal here. Maybe we can get an example. It's kind of hard to hold the camera down and do it at the same time, but it is actually reading out. So we're basically getting an output here, and that'll give you stats. So not really too effective all the way down there, but I think that's why they were clever enough to include that extra piece. So you could put it like up on your desk, you know, I could have it over here somewhere, and that would allow me to get the stat readouts if I wanted. And of course, the tension goes up pretty high, so if you're worried, you know, oh, this thing isn't going to be, you know, pushing me all that hard, you could actually turn this all the way up to 8, and it's probably going to be pretty tough to get this thing moving and really get a lot of momentum going at those higher settings. So overall, you know, I would say I do recommend this. I actually, initially going into this, I thought this thing would be kind of a gimmick, but it actually works really well. It's very well constructed. You have nice feet on all edges, so it's not going to move anywhere. Seems to be really well built and easy enough to move. You know, in my case, I could go put it, you know, to the right of my subwoofer, and it's not like I'm using this space for anything else anyways. So it's really not taking up all that much extra room from what I'd normally be using in my office environment, and it's going to obviously get me more encouraged to kind of just be somewhat active while at the computer versus sitting there idle doing nothing. So anyway, overall I do recommend this product. I think if you're looking for something like this, you're trying to get a little bit more active while sitting at your workplace or just at home, definitely I do recommend it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video review, and I'll talk to you later.